West Palm has a few terrific bike builders. Cyril Hughes has been wowing the scene for years with his Art Deco look, and now newcomer Jerry Graves, sort of a newcomer, is knocking out the competition by taking the breath away with his long, high-tech choppers.
We hand fabricate everything in-house. The only thing I don't do in-house is chrome and upholstery. Everything else is done right inside my shop. We do all our own paint, all our fabrication. We build all the frames in sheet metal. Basically, I build bikes from about 40 grand up to 100 grand, and I've got, I guess, 15 of them a year. We average, between 12 and 15 bikes a year. I got started because I was a poor kid when I was like 17 years old, and I wanted something a little different than everybody else had. Figured I could probably cut it up, make it look the way it ought to look, or the way I felt it ought to look anyhow, just a matter of chopping it up, cutting it, welding it until it looked right, put it all back together, and the next thing you know, people are asking me for it. So, I started doing it professionally, and, with the advent of all the television programs and things like that, that's done nothing but make my business huge, and there's so much competition out there. It's amazing to me the amount of motorcycles and all of the custom bikes that are coming in and flooding the market, and people are still buying them. Right now, big, tall choppers are hot. Everybody likes them. It seems like bigger is better. The bigger you go, the better you must be. I don't know. I don't really understand that mentality, but it seems to be working for everybody, so I just kind of go with it. I think that's going to die back. Eventually you're going to start to see a lot more low pro street bikes that can be really ridden hard. For now though, like these giant choppers just seem to be the thing. Everybody seems to want, like I say, bigger is better. If 10 inches stretch is good, then 14 must be wonderful, I kind of like when the bikes take on more of a cartoon presence, it becomes like a one-upsmanship, I literally have like 5 customers that compete amongst each other, they're good for one bike a year each, and it's like they see what one guy's doing, they got to do a little better, a little more, a little taller, a little longer, a little more gold plating, a little more paint, it's fun. I think things are going to tone down a little. I think there are so many builders out there. I think you'll see a lot of guys that don't have a really good following are probably going to start dying off just a little bit. You're going to see, I think, like I say, the bikes are going to get smaller. They're going to become a lot more rideable. These things are an incredible amount of money. Like I say, my bikes range from $40,000 to $100,000. Literally, these are bikes you can't take out, and ride from here to, New York. It's just not going to happen, I think people are going to look for things that are a little more rideable, a little more comfortable. Just one man's opinion, I don't know. I wake up every morning, pinch myself, wonder what's going on, I can't hardly believe it.
Different styles of bike or different budgets usually doesn't make much of a difference when it comes to garage art. It's one of those different strokes kind of things.